Well, when Bill did Meatballs, we didn't know who he was. I mean, we
Sure.
knew that, he had just finished, I guess, his first season on SNL, replacing Chevy Chase. Didn't know at the time he was one of the writers with his brother Brian. And so there was no sense when he came on the set of Meatballs that he was this big star. He just seemed like someone else in the film. But it was quite apparent instantly when we watched him or acted with him that he was something special, that he really had this comedic talent that was so unique. Uh,
Sure.
in many ways, we just saw him. It's so
Hmm.
funny. Just 2 nights ago, our youngest daughter had never seen What About Bob? Bill and Richard Dreyfuss.
All
And
right.
he's so good in that
Yeah.
film. So many other films, his dramatic films later on. But my wife and I said, having just seen Elf, there's there's some sense that Will Ferrell um, maybe paid homage to
Yeah.
Bill in terms of the character that I never noticed before. But anyway, yeah. So during the film, I became friendly with Bill and a couple of the other actors did. Matt Craven did. We played basketball together. Matter of fact, I almost didn't finish Meatballs because I went up for a layup. I was a good basketball player, and
Yeah.
Bill just fun. He's a physical guy, and he pushed my hip as I was in the air, and I landed
Yeah.
wrong on my ankle. And Danny told me, decades later, we actually had a meeting about replacing you. We didn't think I'd be able to finish the film. But after the film wrapped, uh, Bill and I were the only ones who lived in New York. So we got together for lunch a couple times right after the film wrapped. And he said to me, oh, and Matt Craven was visiting in New York. My family put him up at that time. And Bill said, hey, and we went out to lunch, the three of us. And Bill said that we're going to do the first episode of SNL. And the Stones not only are the hosts, not only are the musical guests, they're the hosts too. So they're going to be in a bunch of scenes. Why don't you guys come down, just hang out, at what is it, Studio 8H, and you get the, free concert for a week.
Yeah.
We did that. And during the course of sitting there, and the Stones were amazing rehearsal. Not so great for that. The two SNL, they shoot it twice. They do a dress
Yeah.
rehearsal with an audience, and then the actual one. The dress rehearsal was great, but not. I don't know. Not so great during the actual one. I mean, I still loved it, but I've read
Yeah.
that people were critical of it. And Danny Aykroyd came to me at one point, and he said, "You guys are hanging out. We could use you in some scenes. You make a buck." And so we said, "Sure." So Matt and I ended up in three scenes. Uh, Funny because my daughter's boyfriend was able to find the
Oh
episode
wow.
and sent me one of them. I've got it right here on my screen. I call it the Rolling Stones. And in this one particular scene that I did, but we were background players
There you
for
go.
that. But there's one where there I am with the
Who was the best actor of the Rolling Stones who were in the group at that point?
oh, Mick. Yeah, Mick was very well, and he was an
Yeah.
actor. I mean, he's
Yeah.
an been in films and all. Yeah, it was pretty great. I was they were drinking from a bottle of Jack Daniels during the rehearsals the whole time. So it was just so, when I was that age, just so cool to be
Yeah.
hanging out with the Rolling Stones and they're drinking and everyone's smoking weed. You could smell weed everywhere. And those were those days.